Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
All right, cool finish to the last weekend of summer here, and
little taste of fall before fall officially.
Yes, indeed. And then once we get into fall, it's going to start warming up, and it looks like the weather pattern is also going to start getting a little bit unsettled later in the upcoming week. So we're going to look at all that. You know, it's going to be beneficial rains that we should eventually get. But we're still in a rather very dry condition as we take a look at the drought monitor one more time. Yeah, we're the southern half of the state in particular, very dry and even moderate drought conditions across the southern portions of Washington County, from Westerly to Hopkinton and over towards South Kingstown, North Kingstown. So these conditions haven't been improving much through the course of the past several days. Further to the north, by the way, if you're thinking about viewing the fall foliage, yeah, they had an extreme drought situation in portions of New Hampshire. So leaves may be changing a bit earlier than normal at this year go around. Hey, sunset is just occurring right now. The sun going down on the horizon. I managed to get our cameras focused on it so you can see it happening right now. It's a beautiful evening out there. It's 63 degrees and the dew point nice and comfortable in the 40s. But this number is going to change as we head through the next several days. So we're bringing back the muggy factor to talk about. In other words, the humidity. You're going to start to notice it. Not really so much tomorrow, but as we go on to the Tuesday, the dew points are going to be climbing into the mid-60s. They'll scale back a little bit heading into Wednesday, and then we go into the rest of the week. We'll still be into the mid-60s. I don't think we'll quite get up towards 70 degrees, but you are going to notice that little summery feel still around as we head into the first stretch of fall here. Now, like I said, it's quite pleasant around the region. Everybody's in the low 60s at this hour with just the partly cloudy conditions out there. But as we look off to the west, the air is still fairly warm. I mean, it's 80 degrees in Chicago and 81 Louisville, Kentucky. So, yeah, we're going to be seeing a fairly mild stretch coming our way for a while. Now, the high clouds that we had today, they're blowing off from thunderstorms that were sitting out in the ocean, but nothing to worry about there. This high pressure area protecting us and keeping that system out to sea. But we are going to be watching this low coming in from the Ohio Valley, and it is going to bring in the warm and muggy air. So for tomorrow, when we start the day off, we'll have a good deal of sunshine in the morning. Our temperature is right around that 50-degree mark. But as we get into the afternoon, there'll be a few passing clouds from time to time, and our readings will climb back into the mid-70s. So it'll be a nice start to fall, officially beginning at 2:19 in the afternoon. Then we're going to be heading into the next few days, and while it's going to get even warmer still as we go on into Tuesday, here's what's going to happen. Monday night and Tuesday, this area of low pressure goes up into the St. Lawrence Seaway, drags the warm front through our area, so it's going to be a muggy day with temperatures near 80 on Tuesday. But then here comes the problem perhaps setting up. This frontal boundary is going to be dropping across the area as we go into the midweek stretch. So Wednesday, well, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we're going to have a period of rain, maybe even a thunderstorm Tuesday night, and then a couple of lingering showers, especially Wednesday morning, and maybe a stray one in the afternoon. On Thursday, we get in between weather systems, so I think this will be a drier day, but still plenty of clouds around. And then here comes another wave of low pressure as we go into Friday and Saturday, so I wouldn't cancel any weekend plans at this point, but things could get interrupted in the long term, so we'll see how that shapes up. But nonetheless, it is going to be needed rainfall that we'll be getting across the region, and the first bout could bring a half-inch of rain, and by the end of the week, some spots, especially to the north, could be seeing 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. This is all the way through next Saturday. All right, that recaps the rain threat for us. We do have a Hurricane Gabrielle out in the ocean, but it is going to stay out there and not bother us. We don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So here's the extended outlook as we go into the next few days. We're warming up, getting the threat of rain in for the midweek stretch, and then staying in the 70s with the threat of showers through the second half of the week. That's your latest forecast.